Now do it. I let her set up the camera.
Happy Father's Day to all.
I can get away with that because it's not technically Father's Day, but hey, it's Father's Day video, so I can get away with being for a moment.
Happy Father's Day to all the wonderful dads out there. This is being released tomorrow. We're recording it pretty quickly.
I haven't had a chance to be editing videos and stuff like that because we're moving.
Yeah.
We're downsizing. We're going through everything. So
he's been.
She
super
started
dad.
a new job, so I've cooked 5 meals this week now. So
if you want to know what not to do during a pandemic, don't sell your house. Don't try to move into a camper. Don't start a new career that's really intense while getting your MBA and teaching.
Something we do is always revamp our lives. That's part of the name of the channel, A Revamped Life, because we like to revamp things. So we are literally doing, what are we doing? We're selling the house.
Yep.
Moving in our camper. You got a new job. So we covered it all.
Yeah.
All the not to-dos, we're gonna do.
I think the only thing we're missing is we're not pregnant.
Easy. I was gonna buy some beer tonight.
But yeah, which
although Auggie
really
says we'll still a baby and stuff.
Yeah. Which we're really not.
We're in storage.
Yeah. So this week, like Randy said, he's been manning the kitchen. I've been working late nights and manning the pre-packing plan. So I've got things that I've got to go through. I started this morning, so I made it 3 boxes in and then found the sentimental things and got distracted because who doesn't want to read old love letters from your husband when you guys were super young?
I was 14.
Yeah. I think even in my journal I was reading it, it says, yeah, I really, really like him, but it's going to be weird to date somebody 2 years younger than me.
Yeah, mine's been setting up the lease at the new property.
Yep.
And getting it squared away, so we'll have it starting the 30th of this month, and that makes a big difference because it has storage on site, and I kind of need that to really start moving stuff because we're donating everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Catholic Charities here in the next week or two and see if they want any of our stuff or if they bring a truck and haul it off. But yeah, because we got not much need for it. We were gonna buy new stuff if we stayed in the house, so we're not gonna pay money to store it when we're gonna get rid of it the moment we bought another one or something. So. And
I think the best part of this whole thing is how freeing it feels. Just like
she's been gone.
Yeah.
She's been getting rid of stuff left and right, so it's kind of impressive because she really does like to hold on to. She had a t-shirt from a walk she did in 2007, and it's like, no one did anything major in her life at that time. It was a walk she did. She still had that t-shirt. And
yeah, I kept a couple shirts, like my old college fraternity shirts. I was in an honors fraternity and it's where I met some of my best friends and had some of the best memories. So I kept, and it was a big chunk of my life, so I kept a couple of those. And
in fairness, she probably had 100 t-shirts when we got together, and she probably had 10 or 15 at this point, and now she's down to like 5.
Yeah.
So she's made a big change as time's gone on, because she used to keep every t-shirt I think she's ever worn.
Yeah, and somebody the other day, I'm trying to remember who asked me. Felipe, if you actually watch one of our videos, I'm going to mention you. So one of my classmates, I told him that we had a YouTube channel, and he was like, how do I not know this? And then I told him we were moving into a camper, and he's like, whose idea was this? And I was, and so it's just funny because this really did start, I mean, 2.5, 3 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, Keep Your Daydream's 4 years old. I think that was 6 months into watching, like we started like 6 months after they had started watching their videos and kind of inspired us a little bit. And then we found Let's Drink More Journey and got even more inspired.
Yeah, but it was funny because even at that point I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Not something I'm ever going to do. And to take you even a little bit further back, my dad worked in the car business my whole life, and he would bring cars home, and I would never let him bring a truck home. Because to me, that was way too redneck. And I will say, I was spoiled.
Well, then there was one day that I got those in on for Father's Day because her dad picked on her probably for a good month on this, because I had a big green F-150 when we got together, and she's sitting in the middle of the F-150 because her parents' dog wanted to hang out its head out the window. So she's sitting in the front of a pickup truck in the middle with a dog hanging its head out the window. So she almost was a country song.
Yeah. And then now we're moving into a camper, and I keep telling
you, we're glamping when we get this next camper. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. No, and I think that's what's funny is, like, I keep telling people, expecting them to be like, oh my gosh, that's so weird, like, you're insane. Mostly I think because that was the perception that I had when I first started learning about all this stuff. And then now, like, everybody I've talked to, minus like maybe 1 or 2 people, are like, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard of.
Well, we live in about 200 square feet anyway of our house. We use our kitchen, our couch, and Augie's bedroom to play in. We're going to have a kitchen, we're going to have a couch, we're going to have Auggie a bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, and us a bedroom. But, so, I mean, realistically, we don't need as much space as we have, and we love taking trips, so now we just slide the slides in and we drop off.
And I think, like, when I'm thinking about our life in this rig, it's really for being gone on the weekends and not having to worry about cleaning, not having to worry about, oh, well...
She doesn't worry about cleaning anyway.
I do clean. I've just been really busy. But...
She can't, because I go back and clean after she does, because it's not that she does it wrong. I'm very anal. I move everything out of the house to clean and move it around, so it's not her fault she doesn't clean. There's almost no point, because I'm going to go back and do it again anyway.
He literally, like, I will come home and the kitchen, or the living room will be in the kitchen, so all furniture, couch. I mean, that's kind of the beauty of moving into a camper too, is that my furniture will stay in the same place and not move, because it doesn't have to, and he doesn't have to pick up furniture to clean. That's a whole other side tangent. But I love the fact that we will be able to just pick up on a Friday, go with our home, and relax and experience something new, and come back and still be in our home and not have to pack.
And go meal prep on the road and stuff like that. It's not as big of a deal. And right now, if you're on the road, it's in our camper, so then we get the stuff in the camper, then we take it from there, we take it to the house, we bring it out, so it's just
and then it just stays on the kitchen table for a little bit, because it's like, oh wait, we need to wash this, and then take it back to the camper. And so Randy's making a trip during the middle of the week to take us back. And not to say that we haven't enjoyed the camper. I mean, we really have, and it's really gotten me to where I feel comfortable with the idea of moving into the camper. I don't think I could have gone from a house to a camper right away. I think it really has taken 2.5 years of, like, working on that minimalist mindset. And I say minimalist mindset because it's like, what holds value to me? It's easy for me to throw away things now that I looked through, 4 years ago when we moved into our home, and I was like, oh, I have to keep this. And now I'll look at it and go, well, what value is it holding for me? And even things that I'm like, oh, I don't want to get rid of it, we might want it. It's like, it costs me, what, $20 to replace this?
That's one of the minimalist rules, $20 in 20 minutes. If it takes you more than 20 minutes, $20 to keep it, replace it, then maybe you keep it. If not, then...
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that I'm keeping are, like I said, sentimental things. So letters, cards. But so I've gone from, like, 3 huge boxes down to, like, something that doesn't even fit in one big storage bin, because I need a smaller box.
Because we did talk about doing this roughly 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it might have been longer that this started. It may be over 3 years ago than this started. Maybe 3.5. But
yeah.
So we talked about 2 years ago, and then we stopped the plans and stayed put and changed our minds, and now we're here. We're actually doing it this time. The house closes. The lady, we already signed a contract, so
yeah.
There's no backing out unless we want to pay her money.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't really want to stay in our house anymore. It's not.
They're doing construction behind us and stuff.
They're doing construction, and I really feel like that this whole time God has been telling me, Stephenie, if you just let go, and trust, then things are going to happen. And I feel like that's exactly what's happened. Like, we said, okay, we're selling the house, we're getting rid of everything, and, like, so many things are happening that it's incredible. And
it says Jesus loves a hot mess. He's wearing the rubber shirt for that. And
it's incredible, and it's overwhelming, and it's exciting and scary, all of these things all at once. But I can't wait to see what the rest of 2020 holds and 2021. And I hope everybody stays healthy and safe. And I'm really excited that we can do that in our home that we take with us.
So any travels we do too, we don't have to worry about staying in a hotel or something like that with all this sickness going on. So we're getting there, and we got a sleepy boy who's about to wake up, so we're probably gonna call this a 10-minute video of us just talking. I'm kind of surprised we went that long. But so until next time, we'll see you on our next adventure.